issue ng Fidelix. Siyempre po, inimbitahan Maricel Soriano. Ang napansin po ng ating mga kababayan, ang naging role daw po ni Senator Robin sa pagdinig ng kaso ay isang caregiver.
Let's go!
Eto na naman po tayo sa pagdinig sa Senado ng issue ng Fidelix. Siyempre po, inimbitahan Maricel Soriano, di ba? Dumating at nakita po ng publiko kung ano ang kanyang itsura, yung kilay niyang pagkataas-taas ay talagang kumukuha ng espasyo ng ating mga kababayan, di ba?
Ilang floor nga? Fourth floor.
Fourth floor ba?
Inabot ng fourth floor.
Yung kilay niya.
Yung kilay.
Bakit niya kaya sinadya na gano'n?
Siyempre kaya gumawa no?
Hindi, palagay mo, ba't niya pinayagan na gano'ng kataas yung kilay niya?
Tingin ko dyan hindi kaya nagmamadali siya kasi siya pupunta doon sa
Ang dami ko nakilalang nagmamadali pero iniingatan ang curve. Di ba? Ang kilay.
Hindi ba para ma-intimidate yung magtatanong sa kanya?
Yan. Dahil mataray nga siya, parang pinanindigan. Yun ang sinasabi ng ating kababayan.
Yes.
Ito po, si Senator Robin Padilla na number 1 ng bilangan, di ba? Of course, kasama siya doon sa grupo ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Pero hindi siya nag-participate doon sa question and answer, di ba? Ang napansin po ng ating mga kababayan, ang naging role daw po ni Senator Robin sa pagdinig ng kaso ay isang caregiver. Ano ba yung sinasabi?
Kasi napaka-gentleman niya. Napaka-ano niya kay Maricel, inaalalayan niya.
Tama.
Which may intindihan ko kasi kapwa niya artista yun.
Hindi, tsaka ganun si Robin.
Oo, napaka-gentleman sa
talaga
babae
siya.
nun.
Parang ang namayapang FPJ, Fernando Martin, Coco Martin. Si Senator Robin Padilla, marespeto po, lalo na sa kababaihan. Ganun po, kahalaga sa kanya ang kasamahan sa industriya na hindi niya tinatalikuran.
Tama.
Diba?
At saka siguro nararamdaman niya yung pakiramdam kasi kasi nakakaba naman kasi yun.
Ay, oo.
Yung kakausapin ka, tatanungin ka ng mga senador, di ba?
At saka hindi ganun kadali maupo sa Senate hearing. Ikaw ba kakayanin mo? Imbitahan ka?
Naku, parang hindi eh. Diyos ko dun nga lang sa DOJ, di ba? Nauupo. Oo, lang ibo. Doon pa ba? Doon pa ba sa Senate?
Hindi ganun kadali po yun. At sabi naman ng mga kababayan natin, alam mo talaga ang mga bashers, hindi natin kontrolado. Ano sabi? Ikaw, Maricel, sa mga vlogs mo, ang kilos-kilos mo, talagang
energetic
ka. Napaka-energetic mo. Nung nasa Senado, parang 80 years old, nagpapaalalay ka pa kay Senator Robin. Parang ano ka, hinang-hina. Kasi lahat mapapansin talaga.
Oo. Lalo pag ito ang social media talaga, wala na talaga. Hindi mo na
ligtas. Walang ligtas. Kung ikaw ba si Senator Robin Padilla, ganun din ang gagawin mo kay Maricel Soriano.
Oo, parang isa sa mga kasamahan sa industriya.
May respeto.
Oo, respeto mo. Nakikita mo siguro parang balisang-balisa.
Uneasy, ninenervyos.
Alalayan mo muna. Parang umano din nata si Maricel nang sabi na parang mag-relax muna siya. Kaya dinala siya ni Robin Padilla sa labas. Nung hinanap nga siya ni Senator Bato, kung saan na si Maricel Soriano, sabi, andun po dinala ni...
Magpahinga ka muna kasi kanina mo pa napapansin na nervous ka. Kung si Senator Bato nga, na-starstruck kay Maricel sabi, binaby. Nung makita si Maricel Soriano, parang ang bait-bait. Ang dapat nang itinakbo nun napakamahalaga, di ba? Si Robin Padilla pa ba, nakasamahan natin sa industriya, ang hindi magbibigay ng pagrespeto at paggalang sa isang Maricel Soriano. Di ba? Huwag naman po niyong tawaging caregiver. Magiging marespeto lamang po ang ginawa ni Robin Padilla.
Maginoo. Yun tama.
Maginoo siya. Pero,
hindi bastos.
medyo yon. Maginoo, pero medyo bastos.
Ayun.
Yun ang lyrics noon. Ibig sabihin doon, maginoo pero brusko.
Yun.
Brusko. Yun. Palagay mo kaya magtutuloy-tuloy pa rin itong pagdinig na ito sa Senado tungkol sa Fidelix?
At tingin ko hindi na. Kasi parang kaiba siguro, pero kay Maricel siguro iba na. Kasi parang inamin niya na na kanya yung kondo, pero ibinenta ko na yun. Siguro tapos na yung ano ni Maricel Soriano. Yung kanyang partisipasyon.
Pero ano ang pinaniniwalaan mo?
Na tungkol kay Maricel Soriano.
Another?
Ano?
Hindi, at least inamin naman ni Maricel
Na ano?
Oo.
Ano inamin niya?
Oo.
Pag iba ang kondo, may ginagawa ka doon na hindi ka nais-nais?
Hindi, wala naman siya inamin, sinabi na gano'n. Na akin niya yung kondo, pero hindi naman dinetalye na may ginagawa kami doon sa loob.
Sino doon ba kasi kasama? Ayon doon sa source?
Ayon doon sa report ng PDEA, di ba, na na-link doon sa media, na yan doon sa kondo daw yan, kasama daw yung isang artista na kasama daw yung isang politiko na tumatakbong presidente.
Anong tumatakbong presidente? Pangulo na nga ngayon sa PBBM. Alam niyo po, gulo-gulo na po ngayon talaga. Ang dami ng kung ano-ano pang issue na kumakalat dahil dyan sa Fidelix na yan. Hindi na natin malaman kung sino nagsasabi ng katotohanan.
Oo. Mag-antay lang po tayo kung anong kahihinat ng ito. Kasi magsalita ka ng ganito, ayan,
may kontra.
Another. Magsalita ka ng ganito, another.
Yun. Ay naku, hayaan na po natin.
ayon pa sa inilabas na balita mula sa Philippine Star sa kanilang official website and quoted, Maricel Soriano denies drug links knowledge of PDEA documents. Manila, Philippines actress Maricel Soriano has denied any knowledge of the supposedly leaked Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency PDEA documents linking her and President Marcos to illegal drugs. During yesterday's public hearing on the investigation of the so-called PDEA leaks by the Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, its chairman Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa asked Soriano about the documents that were exposed by a blogger and went viral. In the viral documents that are associated with your name, do you think there is truth in the documents? De la Rosa asked Soriano. Soriano replied, "First of all, I don't know about the documents. I only knew about that when it was shown to me because I don't read such things. And I don't know anything." Clad in a white dress, the veteran actress admitted she was nervous being in a Senate premises for the first time. De la Rosa asked Soriano, "Are you the owner of Unit 46-C Rizal Tower located at Tracol, Barangay Poblacion, Makati City?" "Yes, until 2022. I had already sold it. I am no longer there," Soriano answered. De la Rosa noted that the whistleblower and a former PDEA agent, Jonathan Morales, pre-operation documents cover the time of the sale of the unit. But then you admit that you are the owner and at the same time the occupant of such unit, the Unit 46-C. In 2012, you sold it, the senator said, and he inquired about the property deed of sale, which Soriano said she would try to locate. In her opening statement, Soriano apologized as she appeared very tense. "First of all, I apologize because I'm not used to think like this. You know, it's the first time I have received an invitation to appear before the Senate. It's nerve-wracking and scary. To be honest, it's not clear to me why I was invited to the hearing. I'm sorry if I'm really confused here," she said. De la Rosa also asked Soriano about the veracity of news reports in 2011 that her two former household workers lodged a complaint of serious physical injury against her. He added that the two workers left her because of her use of cocaine. Soriano stated that the house helper left the condominium unit after stealing from her, and she could not have beaten them because they were two persons. De la Rosa did not pursue questioning the actress and later told reporters that he could sense how tense Soriano was. Morales claimed that the informant gave him information about drug use, but he could not recall the identity of the informant. Though Senator questioned the veracity of the information he provided to the Senate panel. The allegation of Marcos' drug use is very far to be proven, De la Rosa said yesterday during the same Senate hearing. The president's alleged drug use was only taken by the former Morales from a confidential agent, whom the latter refused to identify during yesterday's resumption of the hearing. According to De la Rosa, that is very far to be proven. That just info coming from the confidential informant. The operation did not push through, De la Rosa told Senate reporters. "Why would you immediately say that the president could be pinned down there? A mere information can pin down a sitting president. No, whatever public imagination, you can't just say that you can pin people down just because of information. It's still very far from the truth," the senator added. De la Rosa clarified that he is not condemning Marcos as he pursued Morales' allegation. "My situation is difficult. The DDS are angry with me why I am not pressing in the investigation. But I am just being objective. And I know that Malacanang is also angry that I conducted the investigation," he added, referring to the die-hard supporters of the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. De la Rosa noted that he understood if the palace resented his conduct of the investigation. "What do you expect? Are you happy if you are the president? The investigation will be conducted with your name on it. You would really react negatively," he said. "What can I do? I'm just doing my job. If I have an agenda, maybe it's to overthrow that. My point here regarding the PDEA leaks is that I have no agenda to destroy people. I am not like Trillanes, who is a destabilizer," he added, referring to former Senator Antonio Trillanes Deport. De la Rosa said that his committee would just need more evidence before it could wrap up the probe, end quote. At yun na nga mga kachika, kung nagustuhan mo ang hot topic natin for today's video, ay ano pang inaantay mo? Mag-like ka na at i-share mo na din para mas marami pang magkakaalam sa hot topic na ito. Maraming salamat!
Let's go.